Hi everyone, welcome to another video of Mug Notes. Today we're going to talk about parts of speech. So we're moving on from punctuation and moving on to something else. Parts of speech. We are going to break all of the parts of speech up into smaller, more manageable chunks. So that's why it's very important that we label our notes with that part 1 today, because we're only talking about 3 of the parts of speech today. Remember, you need a new sheet of notebook paper, name date period in the top right hand corner. Always label the header anytime you use a notebook sheet of paper. You should know this by now, but I still see some people failing to record the full title of their mugs. So make sure you write down mug number 9, parts of speech, part 1. And if your notes span more than one page, you might want to write down page 1 or page 2, etc., etc. So, excuse me, we are going to start off with 2 of the easiest parts of speech ever. And those are your nouns and your verbs. You should know what a noun and a verb are way back from like elementary school time. So a noun is a word for a person, place, thing, concept, or idea. We went to the library to pick up our books. Library is a place. Books are the object or the thing. The young girl wrote a long letter to her teacher. The girl is a person. Letter is your thing. Teacher is another person. These ones are easy enough to understand. A verb is an action or state. Remember, the fact that you exist is also something that you do. So, this includes your to be verbs. These might be a little difficult to notice as there are many variations of the to be verbs. So, here are 8 that I need you to memorize. You need to know that be, am, is, are, was, were, being, and been are to be verbs. If I were to give you a sentence and said, what is the verb in I am going to the mall, you should be able to tell me that am is a verb in that sentence. Here's a couple more sample sentences that you might want to write down. The young girl brought me a very long letter from the teacher, then she quickly disappeared. Brought and disappeared are what the girl did. Those are actions. Sarah was cutting her hair carefully. Was is your primary verb there. You could lump was cutting together, but we're looking at words individually. That's why was is our to be verb that we're looking for here. Pronouns. Pronouns don't have to be so challenging, but there are 2 types that I definitely want you to know. Just to recap, in case you don't know what a pronoun is, we use these in place of a noun to avoid repetition. For example, it would be really irritating if I said something like, Mary left her phone in the classroom, and Mary wanted to know if Mary could leave it there until morning. So by repeating, and that was a terrible example, I'm sorry, but by repeating the word Mary over and over again, it kind of like eliminates it kind of takes away from the impact of the whole sentence, and it also sounds a little blah. So to avoid that repetition, we can replace those with a few different types of pronouns. So personal pronouns refer to a person, and possessive pronouns refer to personal pronouns that have been transformed to their possessive form. So they indicate possession. I need you guys to copy out this chart into your mug notes. Trust me, you're going to want this chart with you. These ones here, actually the first 3 rows are going to be the main focus of our conversation on pronouns, we will talk about reflexive pronouns as well. But the two that I definitely need you guys to know and understand down to a T are personal and possessive pronouns. Remember, personal pronouns we use to refer to a person. Possessive pronouns we use to indicate possession. This is my laptop. Welcome to our class. This is her book bag, etc., etc. So if you have any questions on nouns, verbs, or pronouns, please let me know before we get to class on whenever we have class next. All right, guys, I will see you soon.